All right, short and sweet today. It is hot. So we're just going to warm up the body, have your feet wide, stretch your toes, rock from side to side so you open up the soles of the feet. Make sure your heels feel very plugged into the ground. And I'm just going to make this movement a little bit bigger. So move from side to side. That's it. And then take your hands down. And I'm going to get you to kind of drop your shoulders as you move from side to side. Just warming up into the inner thighs. Like so. And then we'll pause and stretch up. Pause and stretch up. Get a bit of a twist into the thoracic spine. Breathe in as you take your hands up. If that doesn't suit your shoulder, just elbow up. Elbow up. Elbow up. Push down and out through the feet. So the outer edges of the feet are pressing into the ground, not the collapsed into the inner sole, inner arch, sorry. That, good. Hands on hips, big circles. Pelvis rotating. Nice long deep breaths. Pushing down and out with your feet. One direction, other direction. As you take your pelvis in the other direction, hands out, thumbs up, little fingers down. Pull the hands back to activate the muscles between your shoulders. Pull your chin in. Nice big breaths here. And then turn toes out slightly, drop down. Big breath in, and then out. I'm going to push the floor away as you come up. So to activate the thigh muscles. So you really get your heels plugging into the ground. Come up with a nice burst. That's it. And all the way up. Fantastic. Coming down, up and over stretch, lateral stretch, opening up the rib cage here and down. Up and over, lateral stretch. Beautiful. Up and over. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Take it right through to your fingertips. Whole body stretch, morning. And down. Whole body stretch. Pushing down and out with your feet. So just make sure those knees don't collapse inwards at all. And the inner arches of your feet stay nice and lifted. Super important. Okay, so doing a few more of these, and then we're going to take it into a side waist toning movement. So drop down. Now, from your tummy button downwards, this stays static. Working hard, pushing down and out with your feet, slightly to the outer edges. Come up and over, and then breathe out like you're puffing out a candle as you squeeze your biceps and pull your elbows down like that. So go. So you can take this as slowly or as quickly as feels right for you. You're pulling the base of your rib cage on the side down to the top of your pelvis. So you're squeezing sideways, squeeze. Now you can make this quite a strong arm movement too, toning arm movement, depending on how much you pull those fists down. And breathing out, breathing out. Beautiful. Come back to center. Big breath in. And then go on. Big breath in. Hands like this. We'll just rinse the shoulders. Get that twist right at the bra strap. Drop down with the shoulder. Rinse it all. Rinse it. And rinse it. Good. Slowly roll yourself up. Hands behind your head. Heel toe your feet towards each other. So elbows back, shoulders down. Push down and out with your feet. Nice wide toes. Draw the base of the rib cage in. Behind stays behind you, but you can feel a bit of activation in the bum. Nice full breath here. Tadasana. Get our head in the right position. Let's transfer the weight to one leg. This is my left leg here. And take the right foot just to the side of you. You've got to keep the torso nice and tall. Rib cage stays dropping down and in. Start to pick up your foot by squeezing gluteus medius, top of your bum. So maybe hand here. Great for toning, but also amazing for stabilizing our pelvis. little picking up action. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep the chin drawn in. That's it. Wonderful. Take the arms out to the side. Turn your foot to the side so your ankle is coming up. You might need to put one finger on a wall. Shoulders are down, hands slightly back. Little pulses here. So we're going to inner thigh. Little pulses. Breathe out every time you pick up that foot so we can get some deep core action going on too. Slight bend in that standing leg. You're pushing down through the heel of the standing leg. Good. So you can take the foot slightly back. Little pulses here. Picking up, picking up, picking up, picking up. And then turn your foot and kick, 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 kick. Good. Before we drop it completely, big circles forward, big circles. So you just get into the hip rotator muscles, big circles. Ooh, standing leg needs a rest. Give it the Elvis twist to release all of that squeezing we've been doing. Glute on the side, working hard. Give it a rest and rinse. Get into your waist as well. That's the way. Grand, grand, grand. Let's do the other side. So, starting off, Tadasana. Chin is in, Jalandhara, chin lock, so it'll help you tone your lungs, make the breath have to work a bit harder to get down into those lungs. Take the other foot out, slight bend in this knee, pushing down and slightly out. So this is working hard. Squeeze the top of the bum, just check in. Medius, it's like a pizza slice shape of muscle at the top of your bum there. Squeezes. Nice cooling breath in, Sitali breathing, curl the tongue. Pull that breath in to cool yourself down. That's it. Okay, take the arms out to the side, turn the foot, get your balance, little pulses here. So isometric movement, very strengthening. Using body weight, lifting up every time you breathe out, little puffy breaths, deep transverse abdominal muscles, bit of pelvic floor action. And then we're going to do lift and pull and lift and pull and lift and pull. A little bit different. Oh my goodness, tricky with balance. And and one, and squeeze, and two, and squeeze, and three, and that's it. Give the standing leg a rinse. Woo, that was good. Alrighty, let's make these guys work a little bit harder still. We're going to do some squats. So if you're using weights, you've got options to hold them here and come up, or maybe push upwards. If you're pushing upwards, you want to keep the base of the rib cage in. Make sure you don't collapse here, so the back stays straight. You stay pushing down and up with your feet as you come up. So feet action is super important. Let's just practice that before we introduce weights. Hand here. This is where you need to push back into, base the rib cage in, drop your bum back. This might be as far as you go. What we don't want is the knees going forward. So we want to come back, straight, straight, straight. You see, from about here, I start to tuck, so I can't go any further than that. And then I push down and up, dynamic, come up. And bum muscles go squeeze into sitting bones, squeeze. We breathe out as we come up, as if we are blowing out that candle so that we get the pelvic floor, deep core action. So, using weights, getting hot. So tally breathe. So, you go down, go up, down, breathing out. Maybe taking arms up as well. Slow action. Keep the elbows close to the rib cage as you come down. Pushing down and out with the feet. So main action that we're looking for here is bum and pelvic floor, deep core. Breathing out. and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Draw your shoulders up and back, up and back, up and back. So we're going to come into a little bit of a balance. Again, weights or no weights, doesn't matter. Take your left foot forward, right foot back. So now we're going to gluteus maximus. So come forward slightly, keep your back straight, keep your chin in, draw yourself forward so all the weight's on the standing leg. Bring your hands up to chest, elbows close in. Do little squeezes of gluteus maximus, whole of that right glute, squeezing to lift the foot up behind me. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now we might add a little bit of tricep action. Squeeze, standing leg working hard. Squeeze, elbows stay close in, upper arms hardly moving. Now, take it behind you. See if you can come into a balance for a moment. Warrior 3, chin in, crown head forward. Beautiful, come down. Drop those babies. I'm so hot. And then rinse it all out. Give yourself up to this. Finger smacking wall. Rinse, and rinse, and rinse. That's why let your heart rate come down. And come to the other side. A bit longer there because I needed a break. Okay, so right foot forward, left foot back. Drop ourselves down into this lunge. Front leg doing a lot of work here. So coming up, just going to squeeze gluteus maximus, picking up, and then maybe adding the tricep workout too. You can do this without weights, still toning upper body, back, whoops, upper back muscles between the shoulders having to work hard, triceps working hard. 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly launching into the balance. Drop those babies. Well, unwind it all with Trikonasana. So both feet to one side. Roll the hip back. Roll the hip forward. Hands down. Now we need to release these shoulders. So hand on shoulder, elbow down. Breathe in to draw yourself back and out. Breathe in, rotation, and exhale. Pushing down and out of your feet. So legs are very active here. And down. Breathing in, hold it here. Hand up towards the ceiling, crown of the head forward, tail drawing back. Make sure that hip is rolling forward, so we don't want to be cranking the hips open. Feel this area stretching. Now, we want to open those shoulders, so let's take the hand above the head, stretching right underneath the shoulder girdle, all the way down, and we'll do a big circle. So past your face and back, past your face and back. Past your face and back. Fabulous. Who's in for another balance since we're here? Stretch those fingers behind you. Look down at the ground. Bend into that front knee. We're going to have the hand down, little toe edge, over to the corner of the mat, about maybe 2 feet away. Fingers there. Now, we're just going to push the ground away and lift the foot behind us and then drop. So we're squeezing thigh muscles into thigh bone. Great for strengthening, toning. So a few of these, pulse it, and then let's see if we can push the floor away, straighten the leg, lift the back leg. It's called half moon pose. Crown of the head going in one direction, toes stretching in the other direction. If possible, turn. Just like Trikonasana, we're stacking top shoulder on top of bottom shoulder, maybe lifting fingers, maybe even swiveling the head. To look forward. Oh, so this opens up the space between the vertebrae. Fabulous for keeping us nice and tall so we don't lose height as we age. Very strong pose, great for posture. So you're going to bend the knees, come out of this, slowly come down. Let your head fold forward, forward, fold, rinse, Now push the floor away and slowly glide. Gliding up. I am one big pool of sweat here. Okay, other side. Now, I might use the brick for this, but if you've got a brick, you can always use that. It just brings the floor a little bit closer up to you. And it's not cheating. If you've got a big bit of wall, it's not cheating to use the wall. So just means you can expand a little bit more easily. So feet are 1 meter apart. You're pushing down and out with your feet. Roll the back hip forward. Triangle pose. Stretch the fingers out. Drop that hand wherever it lands. We'll do a bit of opening with the rotation. Keep this area of the body nice and supple. Good. Breathing in. That's it. Well done. Breathing in. Let's just take the hand up. That's the way. So we want to drop this bottom shoulder in slightly to give your whole upper torso a rinse. The top hand back slightly, bottom shoulder in slightly. And then come back into the center and take the hand up and over. Push down and out with your back foot. So it's very active. My little toe edge of my back foot is pressing into the ground. So the stretch is going right down the outer thigh. And then all the way back. A little bit of action into the neck. And then let's just give the whole shoulder girdle nice rotation. Keep that joint healthy. Oh, good. Now the balance. So bending into that front leg, little toe edge about 2 feet away. Coming up. Now you want to practice getting the thighs nice and strong. So push the floor away. Come back. Push the floor away. This might be what you stick with. Bit by bit, getting slightly higher. Push the floor away. And then we might even come into extension. Try not to lock the knee. There's a slight micro bend at the back of the knee. And then maybe we are opening up like triangle pose. Yeah. Have another go, Kate. come through Trikonasana first. And then if you're feeling balanced, the next bit is to grab your foot and to go into a quadricep stretch like that. Ooh. Beautiful. Start with your knee bent and then push the floor away to lift your back leg. And that's the trick. Yes, good, well done. And when you come out, just give yourself a little curl like an acorn here. Woo. I think we might come down. So once you're down here and you're forward fold, hands flat on your mat, walk yourself back into downward facing dog, shoulders away from ears. Start to lift your tail behind you. So you want to spread those sitting bones, stretch into the glutes. A nice bit of work into those glutes. Stretch into the back of the legs. And I'm going to drop the knees across the midline of the body. Get into those hips. And a bit of core strengthening here. So keep those shoulders away from your ears. Take your feet into the middle of your mat. Lift your right foot behind you. Bend the foot. Sorry, bend the knee. And then we're going to come forward. So breathing out, come forward as you breathe out and draw your knee to your chest. So you're scooping your lower belly. And then lift the foot behind you. So we're breathing out, rolling shoulders away from ears, just like down dog, all the way through. And then back. Roll shoulders, pressing down out through the little finger edge of your hand. And then back. Good. And then on the other side, foot out, bend. Breathing out as you come forward. Whole of the core is sucking upwards towards the rib cage. And one more. Beautiful. Dropping it down. Take those fingers out in front of you on the mat. Wrists are lifted. Stretching underneath the armpits. So roll shoulders away from ears. Bum is slightly high. Let's take those knees a little bit wider so we go right into the inner thighs, into the groin. Good. Stretching into the groin. Now, coming into this one. Tuck the toes, drop the pelvis back. We start here. As we breathe out, we draw ourselves forward and we're sucking up. We're zipping up those tight, high-waisted jeans. Rib cage drawing right in towards spine. It's pausing here, so we get work on the biceps and the triceps as well. So pause here and then drop back again. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. You might, as you breathe out, just lift the knees as well. So come into plank, but we always do it from pelvic floor through lower deep transverse abdominal muscles. And then we start to include the recti external muscles in the plank. Breathing out as you come forward. This is a safe way to do it. And breathing out. So once you feel everything's active, maybe include that little lift of the knees. Breathing out, otherwise sticking with this version. And one more. Beautiful. Come up onto your knees and roll the shoulders back. Give yourself a bit of backward swimming action. Massage into the whole shoulder girdle. Got to look after our shoulders. When we lose our estrogen, they need to be looked after. Heels of the hands, back of the pelvis. Fingers down or camel. So press your knees down. Lift up through the pubic bone, through the heart center. Stretch through the front end of the body, elbows towards each other. Little sippy breaths. So this helps us to set our posture. Push down into your knees. Lift through the heart. And then we want to lift the crown of the head up, 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 up. Draw the chin in. Base the rib cage in. And then slide yourself down. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna grab my weights for this one. So the action is all on bum muscles and pelvic floor and deep core. We're gonna add, if you've got weights, we'll add a little bit of this action here. So this works on the back of the arm into the upper back muscles, really stabilizing for the shoulder. So starting here. So I'm gonna breathe and glide, squeeze and glide, coming up and then down. Squeeze and glide, coming up, that's it. Get those elbows close in to your rib cage, whether you have weights or not. So the elbows don't really move, the lower arm does. And squeeze. Bum acting. Woo! Breathe out as you come up, which is counterintuitive, but it just helps us get more action through the pelvic floor and that chain up into the deep core stabilizing muscles. And one more. Beautiful. Rinse it all out again. Shoulders away from your ears. And we're going to come forward into a side plank. So your options are these. Coming from here, breathing out to come forward, taking the knees, my knees, off, and then you're going to have shoulder directly on top of wrist here, and then stacking. So there's this version. You might be able to make it a little bit harder, yeah? Or if shoulders and things are not happy with that version, come forward, activating core, forearm across the mat, and then go to the side, one knee on top of other knee, and you are sucking up here. So this the whole side waist area is sucking up towards the ceiling. You might take arm and leg and destabilize yourself if you want to. So arm is sucking into shoulder. This is very, very strong here. So taking your version. Come on. So either putting on your shoulders, going from here, breathing out, coming into a plank, one hand into the middle, rolling, shoulder on top of wrist, pressing down and out. If this wrist is not happy, come onto your forearm instead. So we want to put, this is all about this area here, stabilizing, stabilizing. You're pushing the outer edge of your foot into the ground. You're kind of pulling your wrist and your foot towards each other. If you're doing this version, you are pulling your elbow and your knee towards each other. It's that kind of sucking in sensation. And when you're ready, come down and just give yourself a stretch out. Take the hand on the mat and lift your torso. So we stretch the side waist. And I'm going to swing legs to the other side. And then do that a couple of times. So you swing. Get those out of the way, so I'm going to bang my legs otherwise, like that. And you swing. And use your core to swing. Breathing out. Breathing out. Fabulous. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So your options, starting here. Breathing out to come forward. Maybe launching into a plank and then rolling to the side. Remember, shoulders always over wrists. This is all very active. Or you come forward and we take the forearm across. We suck the shoulder in. Now, if that just doesn't feel good at all, start here. Elbow and hip pulling in, so you can just get that activation through your obliques, side waist muscles. And then once you're here, you just work on this bit. You might take the hip off the ground a bit, and then down a bit, and then down a bit more to lift. So always start where your body says, that's all right, I can do that. We build the strength and know that we always have progressions. And once we get to be stable in one level, we then add instability, and then we progress. Good. Once you've done that side, you're like, that's enough. I'm into your stretch. Let it all go. Fabulous. And then we're rolling onto our backs. Bring your feet in. Push the feet into the ground. Push your bum up. Give your bum a little pat here. Make sure it's nice and active. Knees stretching forward. Draw your shoulders underneath your body. Interlace the hands. Press the hands down into your mat. We're going to open the chest. Give the whole of the upper body a stretch. Stretch out through the front line of the body. Nice little bit of activation through the glutes. This is fabulous again for stabilizing the pelvis. Good for our posture. Take the hands away. Draw the shoulders away. Rinse down your spine. Oh, that feels good. Knees in. Big circles. Well done, legs. Okay. Feet up and out. Baby pose. Grab hold of feet, ankles, cows, whatever you can reach. We just want to, a bit close to the wall here. We want to really stretch into the inner thighs, into the glutes. Since we've been squeezing everything, now important to let those muscles release. So I like to rock, baby pose, massage across the pelvis. Give yourself a figure 4 stretch, ankle on top of the knee, bringing that knee in, and right down into gluteus medius, into gluteus maximus, into the whole of the upper thigh area. That's the way, other side. And these last stretches, just loosen your jaw, so be very conscious with encouraging the body to release and integrate your practice by changing the way you breathe. So now it's a sighing out breath, nice loose jaw, soft face muscles, soft muscles around the eyes. And then knees in for a twist. Drop your knees to one side. Great for shoulder girdle. Breathing in, sighing the breath out. A twist a day keeps the chiropractor at bay. Up and over to the other side. Good, we did a really good bit of strengthening there. Stretch out the left side, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Give that ankle a little rinse out. So rotate the foot. Other side. Nice whole body stretch. Arms and legs towards the ceiling, give it a move. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Rinse. This just feels nice. And then bring the knees in. Just take a moment. And then give yourself a little rock and roll up and down the spine. Massage, massage, massage up and down the spine. And it's fun. And it reboots the nervous system. Oy. All the way up. That's the way. Oh, big rinsing circle. Head and shoulders. Now find that sweet spot with your head on top of your neck. Hopefully, because we did all this, your head can find that spot. Hands up to the side. Just feel that tingly sensation under the skin surface. Well done. Good work. Turn the palms to face the ceiling. Slowly breathe in, and as you breathe in, feel the air against the palms. Take the breath, and the eye gaze up, and then go. And again, an invigorating breath in. And this time a double breath. So a breath in, and then an extra breath in. Hold the top of the breath, and then let them go. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.